gates back and away they go. Yantahid was very, very awkward, as in fact unseated Wigberto Ramos at the start, bobbled really badly, so one of the leading fancies for this race is out, and they've barely gone a couple of strides. Making their way through the early stages, early pace from Dilara. Also up there is Mossare in the maroon and white colours. Right up the near side is Mostafid, and then right up the inner as well, skimming the rail, is Anges from stall 1. They're then followed towards that one's outer by Mezdana in the dark blue and orange colours. Then right up the inside, Kare in the stripes is now followed then by the 7 Gloria Flashes, who's just getting nicely into this towards the back of the field. Rif Al-Kalawi has got plenty to pass. Ace Latifa is towards the rear of the field as well. Butulati towards the back. Right at the rear of the field is Al-Shahab Al-Mobeen. Starting to make the turn for home now, and poking up the inner is Mostafid, that goes on with 400 metres left to go to Mossare, who's racing in second. Then right round the outside now in third is Dilara, beginning to fade. Trying to stay on from the back is Mossafira. Bit of a gap then to Anges. One that's staying on quite well from the back is Aliyet Alalia. Inside the closing stages, it's Mossare that leads them inside the final 200 to Mossafira in second. These two now just pairing off. Mossare, the white cap the far side. Mossafira, the black cap the near. And Mossafira is now going on as they race up towards the line. Mossafira gets on top to win. Away they go. They're racing for this horses who've won 1 to 3 races over the 1200 metres, and a pretty good start actually from Deadly Finisher, just floating into a mid-division position. Also prominent in the early stages is First Line, but it's the 14 Al Hashoraya that goes on here, so it's those two at the head of affairs, followed through in third spot by Najem Al Medmar, who's racing in that position, clear of then Deadly Finisher, the striped sleeves. Then right up the inside, Melawa's got a good posse as well, so those two well fancied runners both going pretty well at the moment. Tamari, the green cap, is sitting after that. Then up the inside, Al Azra. They're then followed by Danyat Al Sayel, who's racing in around about 8th or 9th position. Towards the rear of the field at the moment, well, just about the back marker is Al Habdara as they make their way around the turn for home. 400 metres left to go, and out in front it's Al Hashoraya who leads by a length or so to First Line, who's now had the persuader drawn. Here comes Malawa, who's extricated for run and getting into this, also now staying on as well. We've got Al Sarah from his good draw as they go inside the closing stages now, and it's Al Azra who's just about got on to hit the front. To in second position Al Hashoraya. Malawa is trying to stay on as well, but this Al Azra, who always seems to draw a good gate, has taken full advantage here, and it's Al Azra going on to win. They are now off and racing. Consensus de Vega wasn't particularly quickly away. Good early speed being shown by Amarillo Gold, the yellow cap there. Also prominent in the early stages is Emblem Game, that one's just being taken back now a little bit. Good early speed as well from Jackster towards the inside. The green colours of Taking Names is also prominent, as indeed is Torquay. They're then followed by Inverher, the red jacket, who's racing quite close to them. The horse that we've talked about, Modern Artist, is a long way off the pace, but that is a usual modus operandi. Rather wide on the track is Yohebni. Consensus de Vega, after that slightly awkward start, the yellow jacket gets a little bit closer, but the leaders with Jackster as they start to make the turn for home here. To in second position Amarillo Gold, these two followed by the light blue sleeves of Torquay. Then Consensus de Vega up the inside. Taking Names is now just going backwards. Right round the outer trying to get involved is Yohebni. Also there trying to get a little bit closer around the outside is Mad Cow as they make the swing for home. Just over 200-300 metres left to go, and the lead is still with the 8 Jackster out in front by about half a length. To in second position Amarillo Gold. These two have been at the head of affairs. Then towards the far side Consensus de Vega. She's getting going, Modern Artist, but she's got a dickens of a lot of work to do from there. And as they race inside the closing stages, it's Amarillo Gold who's got on by 2 or 3 lengths, and it's Amarillo Gold who beats Consensus de Vega. and racing over the 1400-metre trip, but Anna Al-Mojib was very awkward away from the starting stalls. Good early pace from Kaseb Al-Meidan, the maroon and grey colours with a white cap. Mucho Karasis, the red sleeves, is also prominent in the early stages, as is Afdal Jawab, the checked sleeves. Another one that's up with the pace is Urtify, and another one that's prominent is Sanabik. She's got a nice posse as well, green and white colours with the sheepskin noseband. Inside the final 1,000 metres they go. That front rank is followed by Tho Al-Nur. Then we have Janai, who's racing in around about 7th or 8th spot. Wared Alays in the orange and black colours follows them. Then up the inside, Anna Al-Mujib. Another one who's up the inside there is Ain Alays. Right at the back of the field at the moment is Edward Sur Al-Kuwait. Also towards the rear, and Armadora is running around all over the place, making their way towards the turn for home very shortly. They're inside the final 600, and it's Mucho Karasis that's out in front to Kasib Al-Meidan racing in second. Round the outside, Mohib Al-Darea is now making nice headway, the green and white colours. Bit of a gap then to Simon, but Camilo Ospina, who's now making a little bit of headway. They're then followed by Sanabik as they've made the swing for home. Oh, and Mucho Karasis is down and interfered with Mohib Al-Radea. Now staying on from the back of the field is Kasib Al-Meidan. Simon is staying on as well. Then Anna Al-Mujib, a dramatic finish here, and it's a loose Mucho Karasis who's leading them home and getting in the way of Mohib Al-Radea towards the far side. It's Kasib Al-Meidan down the centre of the track though. It's Fel who's getting up a tremendous head of steam, and Fel comes away to score in the end very, very easily. Racing. Leoud Mashael has not started well at all over the place from the gates. Good start from Al Zuhal in the red and yellow colours. Leoud Mashael is now fired forward to get into a good early posse, but she might have spent a bit of petrol to do so. Marquez, sheepskin noseband, the green cap, has taken up a lovely position on debut. Also prominent in the run in the early stages is Karam Al-Anaya in the yellow and black colours. Another one that's gone forward in the early stages is Muhibukum. So they make their way through the first 400 metres in 24.62 seconds, and Leoud Mashael has got herself to the front to Marquez, who's just got into that position very nicely in second. They're then followed in third by Maluk Alanea. Then towards the outside, Junior Audible, the sheepskin noseband. Then after that, round the outside, Fars Al-Wagar, followed then up the inner by the light blue jacket of Muhibukum. One that's lost a position is Al Zuhal, trying to stay on. Then right round the outside, Karam Al-Anaya. But as they begin to make the swing for home now, the leader is Marquez, who's kicking on very nicely to, in second position, Leoud Mashael. Then right round the outside, Junior Audible is getting into this. Maluk Alanaya is just beginning to struggle, but it's Marquez on debut who's opened up a 4-length advantage to Junior Audible round the outside in second. Now staying on is Reda Al-Bari from a position towards the rear of the field. Some of the rest of these are out on their feet. Marquez has gone very strongly thus far, but is now just beginning to look a little bit vulnerable as Reda Al-Bari is now making up good headway. The light blue and brown colours the near side, they're well clear of the rest. Staying on is Karam Alanea, but as they go inside the closing stages now, it's Reda Al-Bari who's gone on from Marquez, who's hoisted the white flag. A little bit green out in front, this Reda Al-Bari, but racing up towards the line, is going to win, and win very nicely indeed. And they're off and racing, and Actrate has just sat in the start. A Hamlet cigar moment there for Actrate. Horse number 15 not be taking any part in the race as they make their way through the early stages. Manea is one of the first to show. Also prominent there is Hunk Papa in the orange and blue colours, and also Totreb is trying to get through into a good early posse. Dream Biz in the red and black colours is prominent too. Faza is right up the inside rail. They're then followed by Soli. Right round the outside in the white and blue colours, we have War of Courage, pink and blue colours, really rather faded pink. They're then followed by the white and blue of Northern Diplomat, and then after that the yellow and black there of Garrett Lane, who's taken up a reasonable posse as well. Towards the outside of Garrett Lane, Manaya as well. So they're sorting themselves out and making their way onto the far side of the track with 1,200 metres still to go. And it's Faza, the red sleeves, who leads them at the moment, to Totreb, the yellow and black sleeves, racing in second. Then in third, Dream Biz. Towards the left in the orange and blue, we have Hunk Papa. That's your leading quartet. Now getting a first mention and making nice headway is Mosta Woeb, the green colours there, with a glorious passage up the inside there for Camilla Ospina. They're then followed by the pink colours of War of Courage, who's trying to get a little bit closer. Hunk Papa's now going backwards. Northern Diplomat creeps a little bit closer, so too does Soli. Race really developing now as they start the turn out of the back straight, and it's Faza who continues to lead. But look at this, Camilla on Wasta Oeb is going very, very easily, lopes into the race with 600 metres left to go. Mosta Oeb the leader, the Faza in second, then towards the outside Dream Biz who's in third. They're then followed by War of Courage in fourth. One that's staying on for the back now is Garrett Lane, and is now beginning to get up ahead of steam. Inside the final 400 metres they go. They've levelled up for home, and out in front it's Mosta Woeb, who's 4 or 5 lengths to the good. Looks a little bit tired now, but still has a very good advantage over the rest of them. To Dream Biz in second. Garrett Lane is trying to get up ahead of steam down the centre of the track, needs to find 4 lengths and find them quickly, and is running around all over the place as well. And it's Mosta Woeb who from stall 10 had a lovely run up the inside. Camillo positioned this one really well in the run, and racing up towards the line, Mosta Woeb just too good for them. For the 7th on the card, and our first Arabian race of the day. Nice start from Dagui Lotois in the orange and white colours, came out with his running shoes on. Also prominent in the early stages, the green colours there of Murshid Isa. Another one who's up with the pace is RB Ali Al in the hands of Wiggy, and then Jara Al Khaladia in the red and black colours, who's loped into the lead. So it's Jara Al Khaladia to RB Ali Al, who's racing in second. Dagui Lotois is in third spot. Then right round the outside, Mount Asir. Right up the inner there in the black and grey colours is Kafu Athbar. That's your leading sextet or so. They're then followed by Murshid Asa, who's just come back a little bit in the field. Then the 10-horse Orja Al Khaladi, who's taken up a pretty good position as well. They're then followed by Samadea Athbar in the black cap as they make their way down the far side. Enab is now trying to make headway round the turn. They're then followed by the dark blue and gold colours of Jade de Faust. Towards the rear of the field at the moment, Tendale Al Jazra. It's quite a long way back, so too is Baha Zakir. That one towards the rear of the field as well, but we've seen things change a lot in the latter stages of some of these Arabian races as they press on down the far side. Kafu Athbar is the leader. To in second position, Dagui Lotois. Then right up the inside rail in third is Jara Al Khaladia. Right round the outer now, Mount Asir is being asked for an effort as Jara Al Khaladia just going back a little bit. Then RB Alial, who's also not finding a great deal. Right round the outside, Jade de Faust is now trying to make a little bit of headway. That one for Camillo Ospina looking for this treble. Then up the inside rail, Samadia Athbar. But as they make the turn inside the final 600 metres, Dagui Lotois is the leader. To Kafu Athbar in second. Montasir is in third. Long gap back then to the retreating Jara Al Khaladia in fourth. Then after that, Jade de Faust, who's trying to get going for Camillo, who moves into fifth spot and is trying to stay on. They're then followed by Samadia Athbar, getting going very late is Tendale Al Jazra, but oh so much to do. Swinging for home, Dagui Lotois has been in the vanguard throughout, leads by a couple of lengths. The Kafu Athbar in second, Mountaseer in third. Here comes Tendale Al Jazra now, who's gobbling up the ground down the centre of the track. Dagui Lotois out in front, but it's now making really good headway. Tendale Al Jazra, Dagui Lotois is running on fumes, and it's Tendale Al Jazra who's going to gather them all up here as they race up towards the line. Tendale Al Jazra is the model of consistency in which Dagui Lotois. And away they go. They're racing. And through the early stages, Takdir it was who got away well and leads up, but here towards the outside comes Gasham Sham Al Jazza, and it's Gasham Sham Al Jazza, the 7, who comes through to lead, followed then in second by Takdir. Racing rather wide at the moment is RB Game Over. Then Kasab Al Dam, who's got a nice position, 7 or 8 lengths off the lead, but they are tanking along at the head of affairs. There's Umran, who's in the orange jacket, and then after that we have Ayam Athbar, who is last but one, and Princess Muazzaz is at the back of the field at the moment in that distinguishing white cap. So they're making their way down the far side, and it's Gasham Sham Al Jazra that leads by 1.5 lengths to RB Game Over, who's racing in second. Takdir is in third, yawning gap back to Kasab Al Dam, the green colours, who races in fourth. Then the orange jacket of Umran, who's in fifth, the 5-horse. Then a bit of a gap to Princess Muazzaz, who's now improved to head Ayam Athbar, who's at the back of the field. They're down the far side now and heading on inside the final 800 metres. The field just grouping up now, and it's Gasham Sham Al Jazza who leads by a couple. To in second position, RB Game Over. Making nice headway up the inside now is Takdir, those light blue colours. Then right round the outside is Umran. Still going well is Kasab Al Dam in the green, just following through Takdir, who's now moved effortlessly into second, as the lead is still held by Gasham Sham Al Jazza and still going okay. They've gone through the 400 metres, and the leader is Gasham Al Jazza, out in front by a couple of lengths. To in second position, Takdir, now making headway up the inside, Kasab Al Dam. Right round the outside, Umran is coming wide, but trying to unleash a challenge, and they're followed then by Princess Muazzaz, who's staying on, but still out in front. It's Gasham Sham Al Jazza, who leads by a length or so. Looks a bit of a sitting duck, though, to Takdir around the outside, and here comes Kasab Al Dam as well. So it's Takdir and Kasab Al Dam as they go inside the final 400 metres now, and it's Kasab Al Dam and Takdir, these two, still battling on manfully is Gasham Sham Al Jazra. They're well clear of the rest. Down towards the final 200 metres they go, and over on the far side, Takdir is finding a bit more. The Kasab Al Dam, who's battling hard down the centre of the track. Kasab Al Dam and Takdir, these two, and it's Kasab Al Dam who needs every inch of this 2,000 metres. Battling back on the far side, Gasham Sham Al Jazra racing up towards the line. It's Kasab Al Dam who's won though. Off and racing for the JCSA Challenge. Ooh, a bit of a rough start there for Badr Al-Elia. Got very close to Bama Allah as well. Not much room to breathe as they make their way through the early stages. Faz it is in the red distinguishing cap that goes on, the white headgear. Followed by Al Gadaf, who races in second, and Wigberto Ramos. They're then followed by Bama Allah, the green cap, who's trying to float down into a good posse. They're then followed by Badr Al-Elia in the black sleeves. Then after that, towards the outside, the sheepskin noseband of Al Jamani. Towards the rear of the field at the moment, the light blue and orange colours of Mosakar. Also right towards the back is Al-Ahawi, and that is your back marker as they make their way inside the final 1,000. So it's Faz that leads by a length and a half or so. To Bama Allah towards the outside in second. Al Gaddaf is racing in third. Sayedad, the white distinguishing cap, now just moves up into fourth. Then Al Jamani, who's wide on the track there, then followed by Badr Alelia. The other two just beginning to struggle, Mosaka and Al Haliawi, as they start to make the turn for home. It's Faz out in front and going quite strongly. To in second position, Barma Allah, who's perched on that one shoulder. Then Al Gaddaf, who's racing in third, now getting up the inside is Badr Alelia after that rather rough start. Al Jamani round the outside is trying to make a run, but coming 4 or 5 wide to do so. Sayedad still on the scene as well, but it's Faz who leads them round the home turn, out in front by about 2 lengths. To Badr Al-Eliar in second. They're then followed by Barma Allah, who's now just being mucked around by Badr Al-Eliar. Down the centre of the track comes Sayedad, who's trying to get into gear as well, but they haven't got past Faz yet. Faz leads inside the final furlong to Badr Al-Eliar, who's now getting up ahead of steam down the centre of the track. Faz and Badr Al-Eliar. Faz over on the far side. Badr Al-Eliar, though, is beginning to get up for Khalid Al-Mimoni, and up towards the line. Badr Al-Eliar has won.